Hey, what's going on, world of YouTube? It's a new breed, and actually, I'm just coming at y'all with a rant. Now, what's throwing me off is how people are so prone to run to the Matrix. Everybody wants to be woke and get away from the Matrix, and they don't want to be in the string of lies or whatever. Well, that's cool, but running into the actual Matrix. I don't mean this from a allegorical standpoint. I mean this literally. People are running toward the Matrix. So we look at what's going on in the past few years. Of course, when cryptos came out, cryptos were a big thing. People can explain to me what a crypto is. Don't care. I don't invest. So you could explain to you blue in the face, not gonna make a difference to me, realistically. Don't mean to say that from a biased way, but I have a general opinion. It can be changed, but to be honest, I don't want to invest in non-tangible goods when I can be investing in things like beans, rice, food, things that if something were to go down, they would help me in the long run, help me physically survive in the long run. Prepper gear, things like that. So for now, we'll just leave that be. Um, but starting off with cryptos, we look at cryptos and how the world started to jump into the crypto market. Then one crypto led to another. Then all of a sudden, anybody can make a crypto. You could make a meme crypto. You could make one off of a dog. You could make one off of cartoons. It really doesn't matter. And people will buy into it. Even though they can't feel it, can't touch it, they'll buy into it. So now we've converted some of our physical currency over to digital currency. Now, a few years later, we're jumping into the NFT world where you can take pictures. Once again, you could explain this to me till you're blue in the face. I may understand it. I can sit down and have a conversation with somebody one-on-one on Zoom, and maybe they could hit me to it. But until then, no, not really. But yeah, then you got NFTs. So we talk about the crypto world, where I've heard different things from the fact of it's checking into the algorithm, it's data, then it's advanced mathematic calculations. Why are we solving these? Are we digitizing the world? Once again, my conspiracy theory, let me keep it moving. So now we get into NFTs. NFTs, you're able to buy and sell images and pictures online for thousands of dollars, sometimes even millions of dollars, who knows. So now I'm trying to figure out what happens to the ownership of those rights. Are they slowly driving the world into a place where you can own the internet? That's a thought of mine. I don't know, but it seems like more and more people are getting into it. Even people who are woke and they weren't going to get into the Matrix and are leaving the Matrix are jumping into this head first because there's some form of financial gain for them. So their wokeness gets thrown out the window when you put a dollar sign in front of it. Say what you want, and I may get hate on that, but I don't get like I care. Um, but yeah, all of a sudden wokeness and moral compasses get thrown out the window when you put a dollar sign in front of it, and people are willing to sacrifice their own well-being in order to switch over to this digital world. Now from NFTs, check this out. Now we're opening up the metaverse. Not only the metaverse, we're selling digital property. Digital property. You can actually buy landscape property, houses, condos, land. You know, then you look into, they're selling speedboats, they're selling cars. You can buy outfits. Is anybody aware that we had TV shows that showed this back in the day that let us know that the digital world was coming and we were slowly going to begin to accept it? Let's go back to a show called Reboot. Reboot was, if I remember correctly, it was a show that pretty much after school they would jump into this digital world and they'd help everybody, etc. Then you got different other shows that showed us that they were going to be uploading themselves almost in a conscious form into these games and playing them. Then you got Sword Art Online, you got Gun Game Online. You have it where people have completely left the tangible world and jumped into a digital world. So now people have invested their hard-earned money into cryptocurrencies, which I'm not saying is a bad idea. I won't do it, but there's been many people to flourish off of cryptocurrency. I'm not one of them, not going to be one of them. Next, once again, we're bringing back into the NFTs. So we get the NFTs. So now people are able to own digital prints of something, or a digital, own the digital rights to a football. Like, come on, let's think this shit through realistically. You're owning the digital rights to a football that the man still has. You don't have the physical football. He still owns it. You own the digital rights to it. So make it make sense. If you would like to sit down and hit it the comment section, or get in a Zoom and explain this shit to me, please feel free to do it. Now next, we're transformed into the world where people are selling digital property, digital cars, digital clothes. And no one thinks this is leading up to a place where people will upload their contracts to a digital world, and they're not going to have to black out the sun and the machines are going to have to come down and snatch us up one by one. We are walking into the matrix, and we call it technology. We're going to sit down, put on headsets, be in VR worlds where we don't have to deal with any of our day-to-day BS, and then we're able to live a life that isn't our own. You'll be able to be somebody else. You'll be able to do things you could never do. You'll be able to fly. You'll be able to leave this reality and go to a digital reality, and you're going to pay for it. You're going to give up your physical money, your physical assets. You will own nothing, and you will love it because it's going to be in the digital world. That was the plan. You could own non-tangible items, but how does it really help you? And once again, comment down below. I'm pretty much prepared to get all types of flack and shit for this one, but I don't care. People are going to be giving up their whole lives, selling their homes, selling everything they have in order to jump into the literal matrix. You will be uploading your conscious, uploading your physical being. They're already coming out with bodysuits where you will be able to physically feel the video game. So if you get punched or anything like that, you're going to feel it. So think about that, just from an aspect of who would want to stay in a world where they have to work a 9 to 5. Then who knows? They may just hook something up into your back of your head and turn you into a battery. Conspiracy theory, just to let you know. I'm not saying that literally, but I'm saying who knows what's going to go on. So now we look into what's going on, how it's going. And then you got the woke people who are just buying into this stuff. Not all woke people, so don't take shots in the comment section, But people are buying into this, and more people are pushing this on other people. Man, you can make money doing it. Man, you can do A, B, C, D, and E. Cool, good for you. Because when the power goes off and you're no longer in that digital world, and you have to come back to the reality of the fact that you don't got shit anymore because you gave it away to jump into a digital world that may not be constantly running. Pushing for this, we don't know if we're going to be used for a battery. We already are at our jobs and different things like that, but once again, I'm going to leave that one alone in this video. This video is kind of running over, but I just want people to make it make sense. Why are people giving up their lives, their livelihoods, selling their houses, selling their cars, working overtime, destroying their bodies, doing all this, pulling out 401ks and stocks so you can buy some stuff in the digital world that you will never get to feel? And if you do, it's going to be in a bodysuit in some digital game, or leaving your reality. So that's just how I look at it. I've seen shows that depict this a long time ago. Like I said, the machines aren't going to have to come down. We're not going to have to go to war with the machines. Why? Because we are letting the machines become our master. And this is willing. This isn't something people are doing unwillingly. They are willingly walking into the matrix and preparing their home in the digital world. What happens when you have to come back out? What happens when a survival situation goes in? What happens when you realize that the person you are in the digital world is not the person you are out here? When your body starts to get weak from lack of movement. When you can no longer cope with the outside world, so you run to your safe zone inside a video game. Like, let's think this through. I'm gonna jump more on this later, but I think this video kind of ran over what I wanted. So let me know what y'all want, and let me know if you like these kind of videos better, where I just hop on here and talk shit. Kind of is what it is. So Hey, y'all enjoy is a new breed. Get at me. If you want to explain the cryptocurrency thing to me, you can go for it. Like I said, once again, I really don't care. Not being rude. Please don't take this as being rude. It's not something I'm interested in, not something I'm going to invest in. And I've heard so many different people explain it so many different ways that I've completely lost interest in it. So, thanks, world of YouTube, and people who have no idea what's going on but can explain it and its actual truth. This whole video is based off of my personal opinion. I'm not saying this is truth. I'm not saying this is fact. This is just what I see, what I see in the future, the very near future. Matter of fact, they were just talking about how in the next few years, most business meetings will be held in the metaverse, sitting around a digital conference table, maybe in the middle of the Alps, conducting business where you don't even have to shake a person's hand. So we can get into everything that's going on, the pandemic, how, et cetera, et cetera. Let's not even touch on that one. But for right now, that was my rant about people walking into the Matrix. Yeah, go ahead, be woke. You woke up, you got out the Matrix. Nah, you never got out the Matrix, man. Most people are running head first. They're skydiving into the Matrix, face first. And when they hit the ground, the thing people got to realize is the higher up you are, the harder to fall. That's if you survive it. So, this A New Breed signing out. Say what you got to say in the comment section. It is what it is. And like I said, if you like these kind of videos, I'll keep doing these because, let's face it, I could rant all day. I always got some shit to talk about. So, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.